So, Grant, when you look at the division right now, the Braves are just behind the Mets, and the Mets have cooled off after that hot start. As you look for the remainder of the season and look forward, do you see the Braves eventually being able to catch the Mets here?
I really feel like they can. If you'd
Yeah.
asked me on June the 1st, I would have said they have got a lot of work to do. And then they won 14 consecutive games. So crazier things have happened in a baseball season than making up a 5-game differential in the division over the final 90 or so games. I feel like the Braves are up to that task. The Mets have shown, though, that they're not the 2021 version. They're not just going to fade away into obscurity, I think, in the second half. This is a much different club. They've gone out, they've made some savvy moves. They've got a much better lineup in terms of getting on base. And they've got some guy named Max Scherzer and some guy named Jacob deGrom that should be back. So it's going to be more of a challenge this year. But I do feel like the Braves have a manageable deficit and a lot of time to make it up. You hate that you start so cold. But again, as we've looked at with the Braves in 2021, perhaps there's no better example of it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I think the Braves have certainly got the ability to do it. And now we'll see if they can go out there and actually get it done.
So last week we were talking to the VP of trading for BetMGM, Jason Scott, who was telling us he was getting some sharp money on the Braves to win the World Series. We all know that it is extremely hard to repeat as World Series champs, but is there a scenario in which the Braves are right back there again?
I think that there could be. I mean, and this is a club that I wouldn't bet against, pardon the pun, because we don't know what's going to happen at the trade deadline. And Alex Anthopoulos pulling off that same magic act to make 3, 4, or 5 different trades that are going to put the Braves into a next level scenario again. I don't know that you can necessarily count on that, but this is a club that was built in the offseason to repeat and to do the things that it did last year. And I do think if they can get some of the guys that they're missing back, and we're talking about Eddie Rosario, who's out on a rehab assignment right now, Tyler Matzik, Mike Soroka, hopefully at some point in the second half. Even All-Star closer Kirby Yates is a member of the Braves, and he could be back in the second half. I talked to Kenley Jansen a couple of days ago, and he said if we feel like, or we do feel like, if we get these guys back, our club is going to get so much better, and that's outside of what could happen at the trade deadline. So the scenarios out there, the players that they have out there right now are obviously rolling pretty well, and reinforcements are coming. So the Braves, if anything, should be getting stronger as the second half comes.